The following is a production of Stevenson Media. H-Town, what it do? My name is Nick Stevenson, the self-appointed president of Houston Sports. That handsome man to my left is Ruben Calvillo, but we all call him Mr. 713. Welcome to episode 54 of the Twin Toros podcast. Ruben,
what's up?
Who we giving 54 to? Let's talk about some good old days real quick before we talk about this bullshit we've been dealing with this season. Who we giving 54 to?
Man, I can't even recall some good 54s and some Houston Texans uniforms. But while you look it up, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that this episode is brought to you and powered by Sleeper. Think you know football? Then try your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any other daily fantasy app, just choose two or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money if your picks win. Use promo code 713HOU, and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply.
Love it, man. All right, I'm gonna give you a list, and you tell me who we're giving this up to.
Okay.
A little bit of a sad list, to be honest with you. Current player, Jared Patterson.
Oh,
absolutely not.
Hell no.
All right, Scott Quisenberry.
Shout out to Scott Quisenberry.
All right, we got Jacob Martin.
Shout out to Jacob Martin.
Little cup of coffee. Okay. Troy Lewis, that was only one season, 2017. And Mike Muhammad, 2013, 2015. Martin or Quisenberry?
Yeah, let's fine. Let's go ahead and make it that. I'm sad, Nick.
Bro, listen, man. This Texans offense is straight dumpster juice, bro.
It's horrible. It's the worst Houston Texan offense we've ever seen.
Yeah. Statistically, and CJ Stroud has not thrown for 210 yards in 3 games. He has more interceptions than he has touchdowns. He's thrown 3. He has 2 touchdowns. And honestly, that one touchdown he threw to Nico yesterday was busted coverage. And he underthrew the ball. He did not hit Nico in stride. Fortunately, Nico was wide open. But the Texans don't look good on offense at all.
No.
Man. And you know what? Last week, I didn't cut the defense any slack. This week, the defense did everything they could possibly do, man. Honestly, Jacksonville did everything they could possibly do to give away this game to the Texans. Drop passes, interceptions,
missed field goals.
I mean, that's the reason I said this was the get-right game for the Texans when we did our pregame show, because this is a game you should have won.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville didn't want it. Jacksonville is not all that. All their fans talking trash in the comments and in the socials, man. Like, come on, man. Listen, y'all got the dub. Congratulations. The Texans did not deserve to win that game. But let me ask you some questions, man, because I've been listening to D'Amico Ryan's talk for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
And of course, he's saying all the things he's supposed to say, right? Mm-hmm. He's the head coach. It's 3 games into the season. He's not going to tell the team to pack it up. He's a positive person. He's a positive reinforcement guy. But when you hear him say things like we're close, when you hear him say things like we could have won the game, he didn't say this verbatim, but basically saying we could be 3-0.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But here's the thing. If we were winning these games, or at least a couple of them, we would be criticizing the offense, but we would still probably be happy to be winning.
Now, we'll be happy to be winning, but we'll be saying the same thing we say when the Texans have a good team is, we could easily be 0-3. We could easily be 1-2, right? Last year, I believe we were 5-1 at one point. And everyone was saying, well, this thing could have easily be, 1-6. 1-5. So
yeah. And that's the thing, man. When I hear him talk, I'm not mad at him. He's saying all the right things that he's supposed to say.
Yeah.
But this was not the type of season we were supposed to be the almost team.
No.
That season was 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
It was cool to be the almost team then. Last year, we probably put a little bit too much hype into what this team was supposed to be. But when you sign a guy like Stephon Diggs and you have the season they had before, it's understandable. So this season, we all kind of took a step back and said, okay,
Mhm.
let's not plan this parade in February yet. But this team should be improved. They fixed the offensive line. They got rid of the what we thought was the problem on offense and Bobby Slowick. And to be having those type of interviews with the head coach, this 3 games into the season, it's just a bad feeling, bro. And it does suck because yes, the defense has played really good in 2 games, good enough to win in a third. Um, this offense is trash, bro. And
Yeah,
I don't see it getting any better.
and I was watching the former Rams and Eagles defensive lineman who has a podcast. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. I was trying to find it, but he basically talked about how the Texans are wasting this really good defense right now.
Hmm.
I really don't know what to do for the offense, Nick. Like I'm kind of at a loss for words, but the one thing that has kept playing back in my mind is when I was at the season ticket members event
Mm.
and they were the Texans do it cool where you can ask you can ask D'Amico Ryans and ask Nick Caserio a question. That's the main that's the main attraction of this Houston Texans. They call it the State of the Union
So they let the
event.
fans ask him questions.
Yes,
That's dope.
they set up 3 mics and you walk up, wait in line. The first question was from a nice old lady, and the first thing she brought up was the O-line. If there was 200 questions, Nick, that day, 180 of them were about the O-line. I was the
Yeah,
only one who didn't ask a question about the offensive line. I asked Nick Caserio about Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel,
right.
and when they were getting asked these constant questions about the protection and keeping CJ upright, you can tell when someone's annoyed.
They started taking it
You
personal, huh?
they started taking personal. They started moving different in their chair. They started, all the little signs that tell you, hey, they're doing a good job to hide that they're annoyed by these questions. There was at one point where D'Amico Ryan said, guys, the offensive line is going to be just fine. And it wasn't. And I definitely feel lied to. I'm
Yeah.
at the point now as a fan. We are now 23 years in with this Houston Texans franchise. And the problems that you had all the way back then, you're still having right now. You cannot protect your top investment into you, and that's your quarterback. But
Yeah.
I think one of the big problem is, Nick, the ugly monster has come back. The ghost of New England
Mm.
has not left this organization.
Nope.
And shout out to Landry Locker and Cody Stoots, who are the main ones to bring this up. Like the signs were there that
Yeah.
this was going to be a New England type offense. When I believe it was Drew Doherty or Mark Vandermeer who had asked Titus Howard about this offense, he said it's a lot similar to when I first got here. That was Bill
Yep.
O'Brien.
Yep.
Last week, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Todd Bowles, when they asked him about the offense, he said that wasn't Sean McVay. That was New England. You
Yeah.
see where Nick Caley spent majority of his time with the New England Patriots as a tight ends coach. You see the offensive line coach Cole Popovich, who was a part of this horrible offensive line last year. He got a promotion. That was something that I
Yeah.
was not happy about. Where did he spend majority of his time from? The New England Patriots. The New England way is back.
Who's
It's
our
here.
center? Who's our center?
Jake Andrews,
Where'd he
who
come
drafted
from?
him? The New England Patriots. Ladies
Here's
and
the thing,
gentlemen,
Ruben. Oh man.
the Texans are still trying to be the New England Patriots. And how many times has this worked? It hasn't. And I feel like I'm watching a horrible movie series, right? Where the bad guy just keeps on popping up. Like I'm watching Tong Po in Street Fight. Wait, right? In Street Fight. No, it's what is it? Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, like he just keeps on coming back, bro. You got
Yeah.
beat movie one. Why do you keep on returning? And it's like, why does this problem keep on surfacing? Why do we keep
But
on trying to be New England?
Ruben, they did it sneaky though. If you remember, that was the beginning of the end with Deshaun Watson. Why did Deshaun Watson suddenly become disgruntled? Because it was time to search for a new GM, time to search for a new head coach. And what did the Texans decide to do? At the time, I believe this was still Bob McNair, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It was right towards the end of his tenure. We had already talked about, as fans, as media, we're tired of the New England way. Let's get some fresh voices in here. Let's start this thing over.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was interviewing Nick Caserio. The Texans had been talking about getting Nick Caserio for 2
years
years.
before that. Yep.
For 2 years before that, really.
And there
They
was some
tried to interview
tampering
him.
thing, right?
They tried to interview him the year before. New England denied it, and then there was this tampering accusations going on. So that was what they wanted to do. Deshaun Watson did not want Nick Caserio here, and he wanted to have some say in who the head coach was. And so really, they've been doing it since, what was that, 2019, 2020, really? And the thing is the whole Deshaun Watson thing distracted us away from it, right? All of a sudden, he's getting massages and acting crazy, and it kind of distracted us away from the fact that Nick Caserio was a guy that Bill O'Brien wanted when he was here.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting that job over some other qualified candidates. I remember at the time they wanted, I believe the reporting was that Deshaun wanted Eric Bieniemy to be
that wasn't gonna work out.
Now, yeah, in hindsight, thank God that didn't happen, of course. But the result was we went through the Cully years. We went through the Lovie Smith years. It was bad, man. And so I say all that to say this: it never really went away. We just kind of got distracted from it for a little while. Nick Caserio was a New England guy. Now, we talked about how he's done a good job picking individual players, but is he building a team the right way? Because this offensive line has been neglected since what, 2012?
Since he got here. Well, yeah. I mean,
Since he got here.
honestly, the problem with the offensive line has been here. Like it's been here since its inception.
Yeah. We
And
had a
now,
good offensive line for like 3 years and didn't pay anybody to stay. And it's always been a problem. No, I agree with you.
and now you look at the three people at the head of this franchise. D'Amico's not going anywhere.
No.
CJ Stroud's not going anywhere.
Are you giving him a 5th-year option, or are you paying him early at this point?
I mean, I'm probably still paying him early.
Hmm.
Probably not making him the highest paid quarterback.
He's not getting
Probably
he's
not
not
making
getting
him the
max.
highest paid quarterback. But then again, I know who his agent is, David Mulligetta, and that's going to be a fun conversation when it comes to. But
Yeah. Well,
you
CJ
look at
has some ammunition now. He's
yeah,
gonna tell him, you guys giving me a dog shit offensive line my entire career.
yeah.
And
So
swapped out my offensive coordinator 2 years into my career. He's gonna have some ammunition.
so it's like, all right, the next man you could look at and say he's been here the longest, and the problem has not been fixed. I'm talking about the O line. Nick, I'm sorry. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And this was Nick's plan this offseason. Trading away Laramie Tunsil, bringing in Laken Tomlinson, Ed Ingram. Thank God Ed Ingram is working out. Drafting Ariante Urshry, this new culture, this new O-line change. It was Nick Caserio's plan. They decided to go cheap, and it
I'm
failed
gonna cut
once
Ariante
again.
some slack. I'm gonna cut Ursa some
What
slack.
what slag? He got his ass whooped.
I
I
know.
mean, yeah,
And
he's a
he's
rookie.
a rookie.
And
And he wasn't a first round rookie. They picked him in what, second, third round? Like,
second round pick. And it's like, oh, who wouldn't got beat like that on Sunday? Laramie Tunsil.
uh-huh.
And it's just like, all right, you tried your work, it didn't work out. This is the
Nick
next
Haley is on
logical,
him too. Nick
huh?
Haley, the decision to get
Yeah,
rid of Slowick and bring in Nick Haley, that's on him too.
exactly. Bringing in someone who you know in Nick Cayley. When I went, oh, you brought it up. When I went to get my thumbnail for my episode today,
Mhm.
I searched up Nick Cayley. Guess what were the first two pictures?
Patriots.
Yes, but him and Nick Caserio, while Caserio was a Texan, and you see Caserio with his arm around Nick Cayley, the signs should have been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you go from here now? I'll tell you what you do. And a lot of people have already called me crazy, but we're on Mike McDaniel's watch. I've been on Mike McDaniel's watch the last year and a half. Him calling plays for the Houston Texans is what excites me. I feel like this might be a realistic option. I don't know why you're moving your jaw like that, like you just hit a couple of lines, but we're not asking Mike McDaniels to be the head coach of this team. We're not asking him to run the offense, and that's one thing that Mike McDaniels knows how to do is run an NFL offense. You know what we were talking about Tyreek Hill last year at one point, calling him the MVP of the league just because the insane numbers that he was putting up. We've seen
That was
running
two
backs like
seasons ago.
I'm sorry, 2 years ago. We've seen old running backs like Raheem Mostert revive their career with Miami. That's why he keeps on re-signing back with them. Mike McDaniels, I think, could fix this Houston Texan offense, and I think this is your experienced play caller. You go back to back first time play callers, Nick. I'm hurt,
Yeah.
but none of that happens if Nick Caley's not fired. Let me ask you: you firing Nick Caley?
If the season continues to go this way, yeah.
What if on Sunday we win
No, I'm not worried about it's gonna
10-7?
they're not gonna fire Nick Caley until the end of the season, if it happens. And it would have to be a season where you
I
make
don't
the
know because
playoffs.
this is horrible. It's worse.
Okay,
You can't think of any
if you
situation.
can't score more than 17 points all year, yeah, then maybe it happens in the middle of the season, or they make a change on who's calling plays. Like maybe he's still there as the coordinator, but they give play calling duty to I don't know who, but to somebody else. But that means if Mike McDaniel's coming, that means you expect that they would have to make a change next season. They're not going to make that change in the middle of the season.
No, no, no. He'll be here as an offensive assistant, and he'll be here to help Nick
Okay.
Caley figure things out.
Okay.
Like,
So Miami's offense is not blowing the doors off of anybody right now. And isn't Bobby Slowick over there right now?
yeah, but everyone's blaming Tua. Everyone knows Tua. You go look at the history.
No, I feel you.
Go like
No, I understand where you're coming from. And listen, maybe there's been a dozen times where a change of scenery for a guy revitalized him. And so, yeah, listen, it would be better than what we got right now. That's for damn sure.
we have the third. We have the worst offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's
Oh. And CJ Stroud is getting worse, man.
He's getting worse, and
Every week.
it's because of the fact that you cannot build around him.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, why outside of Nico Collins have you never even had a wide receiver number 2? Why have you also not found a starting running back worth the damn? Now we're getting into questions. Now, I'll tie that on to
I
an
would say Joe
offensive
Mixon
line.
was the solution when he was healthy. Joe Mixon was the solution at running back.
Yes, you traded for an Asian running back with the 7th round pick. That's not
So you mean draft a guy?
that's not fixing your running back room. That's putting a Band-Aid over it.
Okay, that's fair.
So if I'm not gonna blame the head coach and I'm not
Stephon
gonna
Diggs
blame the quarterback,
was supposed to be that guy.
what happened?
Stephon Diggs was supposed to be that number 2 guy.
But that's last year.
Yeah, no,
No.
I understand.
Even before that, we had Nico 1,300 yards, and who was the number 2 guy? Don't know.
Nathan.
So
Yeah. No, you're right. Like we said, Casario has picked nice individual players.
I
But
mean,
he
he's
hasn't
built a nice defense.
Yeah, he
But
has not.
also, you got to credit D'Amico Ryans for this defense.
Mhm.
He just can't build an offense.
How are you feeling about the decision to keep Jalen Petrie instead of spend that money on a better offensive line?
I mean, you know me, I would have went for offensive line, but they went with Jalen Petrie. He got an interception.
Yeah, he did. I'm not saying he's not a good player, man, but your defense is all right. Like that's what worries me.
There were so many options to fix his offensive line.
But you have
And
a defensive-minded head coach, and then like you look at the landscape of the NFL, man. Like how many defensive-minded head coaches are really winning big?
well, they have to be great at what they do, and D'Amico
Yeah.
Ryans is great at what he does. Like D'Amico Ryans gets fired, he's not going to be a defensive coordinator on another team. He's going to be a head coach again.
Yeah. Well, he might have to coordinate first, and then
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
But
But no, he
still,
will be a head coach. I don't want to talk about that. I want him to be our coach. I just want him to get an offensive coordinator that's worth a damn, bro. We've been talking about that since they let Slow
dude,
it go.
we've been talking about getting change. We've been talking about this offense getting better since last week 3.
Yeah, for sure.
But is there any hope? No. You have a get right game against Jacksonville. Hopefully you win that. You go to 1-3, and and then you and then you got to face the Baltimore Ravens,
Skip over that one.
and then you got the bye week.
That's where this team has got to take a look in the mirror and say, how are we going to finish this season? Are we
they're
at
going to
least
say we're close?
Are we at least going to make a run at this thing and try, or are we gonna lay down? And they're going to be, one thing I know about Baltimore, they will be extremely motivated because you're going into that game at best 1-3. And if you lose that game, your season's pretty much done, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if, nobody from the AFC South is going to get a wild card spot. It's not going to happen.
No.
So you have to win this division, and you're already 3 games in the hole with Indianapolis. And now those Indy games become very important. But if you're not winning the other games, it's going to be a moot point, man. It sucks, bro. We're being Houston Texans content creators, man. This is not what we expected.
Yeah, I'm not new. But I'm not new to it though.
It's true.
Of my 8 years of doing this, I think I've only had 3 successful seasons.
I started a podcast with a brand new Texans fan because I thought, man, this is going to be a really good season to be a Texans fan for the first year. And if I will say, at least she's getting the legit experience because this is how it is. And you gotta lose before you can appreciate the winning. But you and I, we've been doing this.
I've been losing my whole life with this team
from the jump, and it sucks, bro. It just sucks, man. But no, listen, like I said, D'Amico's saying all the right things. I do not like CJ Stroud's demeanor.
I mean,
I don't know what it is. I mean, he's losing, so he's obviously not happy.
Like I said, he's one of those guys that when it goes wrong, it goes wrong. When it goes right, it goes right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even thanking Jesus before the interview starts no more. It's just like, damn, I don't know what's going on, bro. But
he's losing, bro.
Body language. Yeah, man, but he's also the quarterback, bro. Like he's the guy who's got to keep a poker face on.
He's just not there yet. He's not there yet.
That's true. I mean, he's still young too, bro.
He's what, 22 years old?
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Like, you know what? And for the fans that are saying bench CJ Stroud's not the guy. Find a way to get rid of him in the off season. I don't want to hear that crap. To me, when you say that, I'm gonna look at you sideways and think you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Go ask Arizona Cardinals fans how they feel about Kyler Murray. Go ask Los Angeles Chargers fans how they feel about Justin Herbert. Go ask Packers fans how they feel about Jordan Love. Ladies and gentlemen, we've only seen 2 quarterbacks dominate the NFL the last couple of years. That's Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
That's it.
Outside of that, what do you want? You want to go back to Davis Mills? You want to go back to Tyrod Taylor? You want to go back to David Culley? Lovie Smith? Is that what you guys really want?
Yeah. No, you know it is, man. It's just emotional. That's all it is.
But saying that the guy who won back-to-back 10 games, AFC South title, great numbers at home during the playoffs, offensive rookie of the year, you want to get rid of that?
All right, right now.
Kidding me?
Right now, at this point in CJ's career, first 3 seasons, who's better, him or Deshaun Watson?
Oh no, Deshaun.
Okay.
Deshaun was electric.
Yeah, for sure.
Deshaun had that, when Dabo Sweeney called him the Michael Jordan of football, and you saw some of the plays that he did, right? But how many times did we say Deshaun Watson is overcoming this Bill O'Brien offense? How many times did we say, can you imagine what Andy Reid would have done with Deshaun Watson? Like,
no, you're right. You're right. And he's just a different type of player. So I'm not trying to
different type of player. So
but he also had a trash offensive line.
He had it, yeah. CJ Stroud was one of the in the year that he led the league in passing. I think the Texans were 4-12.
Yeah.
So we want numbers. We want wins. Right now, the Texans can't give you good numbers. They can't give you wins.
Defense has got to start scoring, man.
Yeah, but that's a tough thing, dude. That's a tough thing to
No, of
have.
course it is, but they've missed some opportunities too. It sucks, man. I'm not blaming them.
Who? I think it was Landry who put the stat out that the Texans are the only team to allow only 50 something points
Yeah,
and be winless.
yeah, that's crazy.
This is one of the worst offenses in NFL history.
Yep.
History. And you have an offensive rookie of the year and a 1,300-yard wide receiver. And yet you can't even get past the halfway mark, and you can't overcome a penalty. False start, your
Yeah.
drive's done.
You
Penalty,
know what's
your
crazy
drive's
though?
done.
You're 2 fumbles and a missed sack away from
Being 3-0.
Even despite all that.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's
Crazy,
tough.
man. That is tough. That is really tough, man. But you know what? We're gonna mourn this one for today. It's gonna have to turn the page quick for us, for the Texans, because you have to beat the Titans at home. That's your season right there.
You think they get booed at home? I
Mm,
think so.
I
I think
hope not. You
they
want
got
them to?
booed
You
Monday.
think
I
they
mean, they
deserve
got
it?
booed Monday night.
You think they deserve to get booed?
Are you kidding me? You don't think they deserve to get booed, Nick?
The
You're
offense,
committed to
yes.
mediocrity, Nick. That's the
No, 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 no.
problem.
No, the
That's the
offense deserves to
problem.
get booed. Definitely. The offense deserves to get booed.
Well, who do you think? You think I'm gonna boo the defense?
No, I was thinking like maybe head coaching decisions. You know how it is. Like
They can't hear me from the stand. I don't have enough money, you know, for my voice to reach them. But I could
oh
boo.
yeah. No,
We need one fan to go right behind D'Amico and just start just yelling at him, just
at
yelling.
D'Amico, that's not gonna motivate him though.
And I
He's
don't
not that type
care. I
he
don't care. I
yeah.
don't care.
Man.
Let's
It's
demand. Let's demand more.
no,
What
absolutely.
does close mean?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
How
Now
many times have we been close in life?
he did clarify he doesn't think they're close as a team. He just think he meant the games were close.
Well,
And
that's
that
even
to me,
worse.
that was telling. No, I agree with you because he basically was saying, "No, we're not close as a team, but we were close to winning these games." And that is worrisome. 100%.
Sheesh.
Listen, man, get the Titans in here, put belt to ass, and we'll be feeling good
Even
for
if
1
you
week.
put belt to ass, I wonder how this team's gonna feel.
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot how a win feels, man.
we'll
I
feel
really
better.
have.
It'll feel better than 0-4. That's for damn sure. No, I'm with you because I forgot. Listen, so towards the end of last season, what was the last game? The Chargers game, that amazing, right? But like going into that game, the Texans were at home and they weren't even favored in that game
No.
because this offense is trash, bro. Like, it's just been a bad feeling. But at the end of the day, we cover this team because we love this team and we love this city. And you're right, we should
Yeah, we
demand more.
do, unfortunately.
We should demand more. But
I remember when my stupid ass went on that Deshaun Watson march.
on the march, what was that?
You see, you're new to this, not true to this. Let's move on.
No, what are you talking about?
How you couldn't call it? Never mind. Let's go.
Hey, it's okay. I deserve it. Go ahead. What's the Deshaun Watson march?
You don't remember when a group of fans got at NRG and did like a march at NRG to
No,
protest what was going on with Deshaun Watson?
no, I did not
No.
know about. You went.
Yep. That was
And
one
that
of
was before they found out he was
Yep.
grabbing them by the you know what.
But man, let's wrap this up, man. It's
All right, bro. Yeah, it sucks to. Okay, is there any silver lining headed into week?
no. What silver lining do you want me to say? Like, and that's
The only
why I told these beautiful people who take the time out of watching. I'm done trying to be in the good graces of the team. I'm done trying to be these players' friends.
Yeah,
I'm done trying to have a credentialed patch, on my shirt.
call it like it is.
I'm gonna call it like it is. We suck.
Yes.
We suck.
Mm.
And
CJ said you're talking crazy when you say that. CJ
honest,
said people are going to talk crazy and say we suck. Well, CJ,
well,
you guys
you
suck,
are
bro.
what you are, CJ. You're 0-3.
Yeah.
I only have 2 jerseys, man. Andre Johnson and CJ Stroud. I have a cutout of this freaking guy right there.
I know.
Don't tell me I don't love this
The
team
Battle Red Series.
when I have a piece of the first football ever
Oh my
scored
goodness.
in NRG. First piece of the football by touchdown by Billy Miller. I have a piece of it. 201 out of 1,000.
Wow.
Don't tell me I don't love this team.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. It's just depressing right now.
Dude,
And,
I used to go to the training camps, and I swear I would have a whole section of myself. And I remember the first training camp with D'Amico Ryans, and we sang his ass happy birthday. And that showed me right there, Nick, different. We're different. This is a new era. We got to figure it out, buddy. We got to figure it out. I'm getting old.
It's gonna be a long season if we have to have these type of shows all year.
But I wouldn't do it with anyone else.
I feel the same way, brother. And you know what? We're gonna get a dub at home against.
I need it, man. I need to feel what winning feels like.
Absolutely. And then we'll enjoy that, and then we'll worry about Baltimore when we get there.
Can you just imagine
beating them?
Can you imagine we beat the shit out of Jacksonville, and then we walk into Baltimore and we win by like a field goal? How would we be feeling? Oh my God!
At that point, you're 2 and
3 heading into the bye.
Heading into the bye
with a win coming up against Baltimore. We're probably like, "Are we back?"
Yeah,
that's why being a Houston Texan fan sucks. But it would be your biggest win ever.
If that Daniel Jones comes at the same time too, now we'd be talking. But we look at us dreaming, Ruben.
We love this team.
We're over here dreaming about a Week 5 win against the Baltimore Ravens,
a team we've never even scored a touchdown against.
Jeez,
oh my God.
It's gonna be all right, man. Listen, man, I appreciate you for joining me. I know you got a lot going on, man, but the Twin Toros, we're always going to rep H-Town till we drown. And thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to remind you guys, you're already watching this on Ruben's channel. If you're there, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell and make sure you put him on your favorites playlist. And you can find me at Houston Sports State of the Union podcast on YouTube, on X, on IG. I'm even on Facebook because I'm old. And I'm at PodHost Nick on
at MySpace.com.
At MySpace, for sure. Go ahead and hit him with that sleeper reminder one more time.
Yeah, man. Episode brought to you powered by Sleeper. Get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Promo code 713HOU. We love you guys. Have a very blessed day.
Stay 10 toes down. We love you.